Correct. नंतर करतो.
This place that has been taken over by military now. If you are willing to visit that place, no.
May I request all the dignitaries please kindly occupy the chairs on the dais.
Sir, please come.
May I request your teams visit to our college for assessment and re-accreditation. So very warm welcome to you all in this exit meeting which marks the formal closure of the NAAC Tier team visit. We are very much fortunate to have with us very distinguished personalities and eminent personalities to grace this session. We are cherished to have the chairperson of the NAAC Tier team, Honorable Professor A.K. Patnaik sir. He is the former Vice Chancellor, Uttar University of Culture, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. We also have the member coordinator of peer team, Honorable Dr. Debashish Sood sir. He is the professor at Department of Commerce, the University of Burdwan, West Bengal. And the peer team member, Honorable Dr. Girish Kuchinat sir, former principal, Dr. A.V. Balidas College of Arts and Science, Kumtha, Karnataka. We also have respected Dr. P.V. Ashtekar sir, respected Dr. R.T. Deshmukh sir, I2SC coordinator Kundanani sir to grace this function. Once again, a very warm welcome to you all. These 2 days were full of energy and enthusiasm. There were so many good things to learn in these 2 days. The experience was excellent. Not only me, but all our faculty members have learned a lot from these 2 days visit. In this visit, peer team has analyzed, examined and gone through each and every aspect of our institute. All the peer team members have had a 360-degree view of our college. Now the time has come when entire visit made to be concluded and we call it as an exit meeting. Now, as we commence the event, it is time to welcome all the dignitaries on the dais. So for this, I would like to request Dr. P.V. Ashtekar sir to welcome Professor A.K. Patnaik sir by presenting bouquet of the flowers. Sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. L.R. Kundanani sir to welcome Dr. Debashish Sood sir. Now, I would like to call upon Mr. Bharat sir to felicitate Dr. Girish Kuchinat sir. Thank you so much, sir. Once again, thank you. Further, I don't elaborate. So, without taking much of your time, I would like to invite respected Dr. P.V. Ashtekar sir to deliver introductory speech.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and of the dais, Honorable Chairperson of NAAC Peer Team and former Vice Chancellor Professor A.K. Patnaik, Honorable Member Coordinator and Professor Debashish Sood, Honorable Member and former Principal Dr. Girish Kuchinat, Honorable R.T. Deshmukh sir, and my friends. We all of us definitely have got very much impressed by proper guidance given by NAAC peer team. While appreciating good number of PhD holders, chairperson suggested to undertake projects and publish articles. What I feel that those who are PhD holders will have to publish research papers per year. The college will provide facilities of laboratory and other things. We assure to NAAC peer team that we will fulfill the recommendations within next 5 years. NAAC peer team visit for us and our other sister institutes is always as enlightening exercise providing insights in the area of quality enhancement. So we express our deep sense of gratitude towards the team and begging pardon for any inconveniences during the visit. With these words, may I take your leave, sir?
Thank you so much, sir. Now it's a time to have the suggestions from our peer team members. So for this, first I would like to invite Professor Debashish Sood sir to deliver the speech. Okay. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Kuchinar sir to deliver the speech.
Chairman, NAAC peer team, Professor A.K. Patnaik, my fellow member and coordinator, Professor Debashish Sood, Honorable Deshmukh sir and principal of this glorious institution, Professor Astaker, IQAC coordinator, Mr. Kundanani, my fellow colleagues assembled here. You may not be working with me, but you are my colleagues in the sense from the same profession, and all the non-teaching staff assembled here. It's a privilege for me that has been bestowed upon me by NAAC to be a NAAC peer team member to assess your college. I had been to your sister college also, Ambejugai, and was fortunate to meet Professor Astaker during my last visit 1 year back. I was also impressed by that college, and I am very much impressed by your college. Much of the things will be told by the chairman. It's his privilege, and I will not be interfering in his privileges. So I am taking this opportunity to thank each one of you for the whole hospitality, good behavior extended towards me, and with all respect and grace. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful speech, sir. Now I would like to invite Debashish Sood sir to deliver the speech.
Good afternoon to everyone present here. Respected chairman of this peer team, Professor Patnaik sir, respected principal sir, principal of this esteemed institution, Professor Deshmukh sir, and my esteemed colleagues on the dais, the IQAC coordinator, and other respected teachers present here, and non-teaching members of this institute. At first, I must convey my heartfelt thanks to you all. I have to mention one thing. We all know that the progress of any organization is absolutely dependent on the skillful utilization of its human capital. It is not machine, but man, thoroughly motivated and absolutely dedicated, that helps and organization's performance showing upward. But this apparently simple truth is not a recent discovery. Vedobhyas in the Mahabharata extolled nothing is superior to man. Classical economists like Adam Smith, Veblen, Marshall all have time and again stressed the importance of human capital in an organization. So, it is my humble request to the authority of this college, to the development officer, to the principal sir, please give adequate emphasis on the different issues associated with the human capital. If human capital is not properly maintained, the organization will not flourish. And I hope that this institute will be able to establish itself in near future as an excellent academic institution in the state of Maharashtra. Again, I thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for insightful suggestions. Now, taking the event further, I would like to call upon Professor A.K. Patanaik, sir, chairperson of Tier Team, to share their views with us and to share the report.
Esteemed principal of this college, Professor Astekar, distinguished members of the NAAC peer team, Professor Suman, and our most loved after member coordinator. Everyone is after him, nobody asks him in this college for the last 2 days. Professor Dr. Astekar, Lakshmikant, the IPSC coordinator, esteemed colleagues of this college, dear students, non-teaching employees, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I would like to bear apology on behalf of my peer team for any misconduct that the team has given to you, or you have felt offended or insulted or out of the way during our interaction with you. There have been occasions, I am sure, many of you must have felt, and it is almost a necessity that we have to offend you, because unless you offend you, we do not get into the truth. Yesterday also we have said this paper is new, this doesn't seem 5 years old, we have done like this. But without any intention, without any personal grudge, without anything, because we know 10% everywhere, 10% the documents are made ready at the 11th hour. Not fabricated, I don't use the word fabricated, I repeat, are made ready at the 11th hour to face the team. So that is how we say, what is this? This is dirty, the table is dirty, how do you maintain the department? We have said in some places also. But this was not intended to offend you. This was intended clearly to tell you what is what, and it's an analysis of the existing facts, to call a spade a spade. So kindly excuse us and take it in the spirit that we have come to do this, it is our duty to do this. Unless you do this, unless we do this, we cannot reach the truth. So kindly excuse us for anything for that. Second, I would like to thank you one and all for the nice hospitality, cooperation in performing our duty. If you are performing your duty of facing the NAAC team for assessment, we were also doing our duty of going to the core of the facts to find out and to report to NAAC. So it was a two-way traffic. It was not only that you were doing your duty and performing that NAAC will, the peer team will be satisfied. We were also doing our duty of finding out the best of everything. There have been occasions when important facts are omitted by the departments, by the institution, which the team speaks to them, may not be in this institution. So that way, I also thank you for your kind cooperation to this team in properly assessing the institution. Unless you cooperate, there have been occasions where hostile behavior have been shown to the team, and I have faced principal and coordinator in one side, entire teachers in other side. They do not talk to each other, they don't see eye to eye. The entire team of teachers is standing away what the team is doing. They come and meet us in the hotel at night. So this is the fact. Okay. So this is why, this is not now what we did first here, the nice cooperation, that the team spirit, I would say, has impressed. Professor Sood said about manpower utilization. Best manpower they have. If he feels that the proper utilization is necessary, I would appeal to the management to make an effort to make the best use of the manpower at their disposal. The young team, young brigade, to somebody I said, you look younger than, yesterday I said somebody, I think it was a lady somewhere, I go, yes. I said, do you look like are you a student or a teacher? She said, I am the head of the department. so I was, so this is the state of affairs here. This is the state of manpower here. So young men are given the burden, not old persons like us. So I'm sorry to Professor Dasmukh and Professor Astagar and registrar sitting in front of me. They are competent people. So they have the capacity to guide the younger people and under their supervision. It is said the water flows from top to bottom. If the principal is correct, right person, then everything is perfect. This is one of the few colleges where I saw the principal alone reading the report. We gave the report to him this morning. He went through. In many colleges, the principal takes 2-3 persons with him because he is not thorough with the facts. The report is given to the principal to check the facts. Factual mistakes might be there. We are not able to find out everything in 2 days. So principal is the right person. According to NAAC, the report is given to principal. He can take the help of his coordinator. It is option is his. Not that it's NAAC. NAAC gives only to the principal. He read the report single-handedly today and pointed out so many factual mistakes. This shows his command over the facts over this college. He knows everything. So with such a principal, I met him earlier in another visit. He remembered, I couldn't remember. Later on, when he reminded me, I could remember the person. I also met Professor Dasmukh in that visit. But what is the fact is, a principal with command over the situation. And if that becomes so, like he has the able support of Professor Dasmukh, so I'm sure this institution has a bright future. But certain facts you have to take into account. And I also thank Professor Dasmukh, your registrar, and all those who have been associated with us. By person, I would like to name some persons. This is the only occasion I will get to thank you. The Vice Principal, Bharat. Yes. 2 Vice Principals. Yes. He gets the thanks as a coordinator, not as Vice Principal. These 2 persons and Amit, these 3 persons are assets for your institution. They were a problem for us. They were a liability for the team because they were over-conscious, to take care of our comforts. So if we come out of our room for personal purpose, they are outside the room, in the hotel room. But don't bother us. No, sir, what do you want? So these are the type of persons you are engaged to take care of us. We cannot escape from their clutches, even for 5 minutes. So all through, even while taking food in the hotel, every time they were with us. And about the other Vice Principal, with the coordinator, I'll tell you. In the process of NAAC assessment, selection of coordinator is the primary job. If you select the coordinator properly, the job is half done. If this coordinator is not proper, if he doesn't have command over the facts, figures, situation, if he is not cordial to all the staff, it is problem. If he is not sociable, he is over sociable. If he is not sociable, then things are difficult, because there are coordinators whom we have not talked to in 2 days of our interaction. Then we have found colleges in Maharashtra itself where the principals are not well conversant with the English. The presentation is made by the coordinator. So this is how this situation is different here in this college. So I thank them. Others are the Professor Deshmukh, the registrar, a special thanks goes to the president of the Alumni Association, the photographer. No, not because she is a good photographer, but because she has command over the situation also, facts also. She gives information, do this is this. Why, who are you? No, sir, I am alumni. Later on, we found out that she is the president of the Alumni Association. And she also commands teachers. You do this. Why am I not going there? Speaking in Marathi, but this tone is commanding. So, I think especially another special thanks goes to the teachers of the Home Science Department. I apologize before them also. They have prepared something for us. But they waited till 4 o'clock. I couldn't go. By chance, our member went there, when the food came, it was so delicious food that I took 2 plates. So, and I personally therefore thank on behalf of my team, the members of the teachers of the Home Science Department. And also I say that we couldn't pay justice to many departments, because according to NAAC system, 50% departments we have to visit. Though we visited all the departments, but it was only a casual visit. It was not a formal visit officially, but nevertheless, from the documented evidence, we have taken all departments into consideration. No department, no fact remains unaccounted for. We have taken into account almost all the facts. And now coming to the last part of the report, speech, that is sharing the report with you. What we have seen in these 2 days and what is our experience. Part of it is given by my colleagues. The other part is, yours is already a good college. It's a B+ college. You have prepared well for 5 years. You have a good management, well-meaning management. We have met the management. We have given some of our suggestions. The principal disclosed it, what we have sent to the management. So I also said that we have given our views to the management that certain things are necessary for the development of this college. Then you have a good student. At least in 2 days we never felt that students are hostile in this college. In many colleges there are students' problem. That's the most important problem. I don't know what is the real situation, but during these 2 days students were extremely good to us, very cooperative. Whatever we wanted, they gave us. There was no problem from the students. Therefore, we also thank the students. The office staff, they were also equally cooperative. And we also commend the office staff. Our distinguished member, Professor Krishnadu, went there. He said that office is one of the best managed offices that he has seen. The credit goes to the registrar and his team. We met them, I cannot name them, but one of the best managed offices. So, normally, the office people, they are not thorough with the peer team, so mistakes are committed, but here that was not there. So you have a good office to support you also. And now coming to the 5 different criteria. First is teaching learning. In this, normally the colleges do not have much to do. It's a university that suggests the syllabus. University suggests the timetable, examination schedule, everything. But we found that your college takes special interest in completing the syllabus, assessing that whether the syllabus is course task part is not whether completed by a teacher or not. So you take special interest in co-curricular, curricular activities. Course is completed on time. Students' classes are properly held. That is a plus point for an institution. If classes are not held, then if students do not come to class, no point in having an institution. And we are told this institution is first priority of the students of this town. If they do not get a seat here, they go to other colleges. It's an assessment, kindly explore the situation. But nevertheless, still, as we find, there is a gap between the sanction strength and the admitted strength. And we have suggested that let efforts be made to bridge the gap between the sanction strength in a class and the admitted strength in that class. There is a little gap we have found in almost all classes. Then comes your extracurricular activities. You are superb there. Your extracurricular activities, oh yes, I forgot. Your sports person and culture teacher of music departments. I must thank them, the two teachers of the music department, the sports. That you are doing extremely well in sport. Very few colleges have international students. I don't know about Maharashtra. 20 odd colleges that I have seen in Maharashtra. This is the only college where international representation is there. I congratulate the physical education teacher for this. But at the same time, I would like to say you are lagging in some aspects of the sports. I did not elaborate. You know what is what. You should have an independent building. Students emphasized on one point, that we should have a shared playground. But it is still better for a college like our status should have an independent playground. If it could be arranged, it is better. If not, so far so good. But have this spirit. The sports teacher, professor of sports, I wish him luck and I congratulate him for this. Then your cultural activities, extension activities. Yesterday I gave the certificate, today I repeat it. The cultural programs were good. I also say Jai Maharashtra for this cultural, vibrant culture of Maharashtra. And you gave my personal choice item, that was good. Also I am very happy about that. And then in cultural activities, this is the only college, I again repeat, only college where I found 4 students getting scholarship from the government to the tune of 1,12,000. These are all plus points in your favor. So then your NSS program officer has won one award. He is not here with you anymore, but is transferred. But that doesn't matter. Your tea plantation, whether it is there or not, we have not seen, but it is paper, it is there. Don't mind, these are the words you normally use. We don't disbelieve you. We cannot disbelieve a principle. Whatever he writes under signature, we believe in. So your tea plantation is massive. Campus is clean and green. Then after extracurricular activities, I come to your management. I told you management is philanthropic. It's a big umbrella. Under an umbrella, one gets lots of benefit. You have the scope of extracting from other better institutions who have already been accredited or who have excelled in their field. So you can get knowledge transfer. But I'm sorry about one thing. I also thank the librarian for the library. But library needs better space. Your library is good. We have recognized that. The reading rooms are better than the library. The 2 reading rooms, very few colleges have that. Good, you have good space. But library needs, it's cramped. good number of books you have, good number of journals you are subscribing. It is automated. I think librarian is here somewhere. We told her. Okay. We told you personally, and we are very vocal about it. That this you are crammed for space. He was very cooperative yesterday. He showed us everything. Journals, you have good collection of journals. You have e-journals also, very good. I request Professor Deshmukh, Professor Astekar, if they can spare some better space. They said, librarian himself said some new building is coming up. We only hope I come, I will arrive till your next peer team visit to see the new building. And God permits, I may be your chairman next time. Anyways, so I request them to provide better space for the library. Otherwise, massive building, well maintained, and teaching learning. Teaching learning, all your rooms have this ICT connections. But you must, I request the teachers, I urge upon the teachers, not request, I urge upon the teachers to utilize the facilities for the benefit of the students. We must create an atmosphere where the students will feel encouraged to come to classrooms. They will not come to the classroom on duty to have the only attendance percentage. They should come to the class as so and so is this teacher today, I must attend his class. We have attended classes of other, when we were students, when someone, a very good teacher was teaching in political science, we were attending his class. These are the situations. So a teacher is known by his teaching. So I urge upon the teachers to utilize the facilities. College has given you the facilities. It is up to you to utilize. If you do not utilize, we asked 2 departments show their PowerPoint presentations. They were successful in showing it. Maybe because the war went round, the team is asking for PowerPoint presentation and the next department can prepare. But that showing to the team doesn't matter. What matters is how you act thereafter. Then comes the last one, which the principal has already said on my behalf. We were disappointed on one thing, that such a big college with 105 teachers, 25 PhD holders, and more so, all the 105 are under 50. And with Amrit is the youngest, I think. And Amrit is the youngest, huh? For lunch, the principal said, if I don't give lunch to Amrit, he might cry. So this is the word the principal used while asking him to sit for lunch. So this is the affection that the principal has for his colleagues. This is the relationship that impressed us, that the principal said Amrit must eat. Anyway, so my point is Amrit has a bright future. Amrit, I am giving the example. All are under 50, you have bright futures. Teachers do 3 things: teaching, research and extension. You are doing 2 things very good, extremely good. Teaching, very good. Extension, still better. Research, not 0, but needs improvement. Fair. So fair should not be there for the next team. There are constraints, I understand. There are many constraints. You don't get UGC grant, not that you don't know, we are blind to this. We take into consideration the holistic measure. What is your circumstances, background under which you are placed? We just don't say that, why are you not doing research? So, under these circumstances, research needs improvement. And unless you do this, you are losing yourself. You are losing your career. You cannot apply to any university or a good college. And finally, I think last thing that everybody expects from team, sir, जो करना है करो, जो देखना है देखो, क्या grade देते हो हमको? That is the first question that everybody asks. Although now these days grade is not in our hands, but it is relatively dependent. So one thing I'll tell you, you are all responsible and experienced teachers. We have given marks to entire thing of this college. You give marks to yourself and you will know your grade. In a 4-point scale, you place yourself what your library will get. Out of 4, how much mark you will give to your library, and do not consider your library as an island, an isolated unit. Consider your library as against other libraries existing here, existing in Maharashtra. If you give 4 out of 4 to your library, what will you give to a better library in Bombay, in other cities, Pune? So not that, but here again I say relative merit. In Bombay there are better facilities so they can grow. In Aurangabad you have lesser facilities. So this is to be taken into account. Not that if they get 4 you will get -4. No, not that. So it is a relative thing. So you give award marks to yourself and know your grade. Don't ask us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening your views and for your valuable suggestions. Now it's a time to have a vote of thanks for this.
No.
Okay, hand over. May I request to Professor Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to invite Mr. NAAC sir to propose the vote of thanks.
This is not an end of today's program. It is an end of today's program, but it is a beginning of our next accreditation journey. With this, it's my honor and privilege to propose vote of thanks. This is 2 days experience was really excellent. We learned a lot from our NAAC peer team members. In these 2 days, first of all on the behalf of Sri Chhatrapati College, I would like to thank National Assessment and Accreditation Council for accepting our IITA and then accepting our SSR. I honestly thank all the peer team members for visiting our college and for their insightful suggestions and advice. Once again, I from core of my heart express sincere thanks to Professor A.K. Patnaik sir, Dr. Debashish Sur sir and Dr. Girish Kuchhar sir, as well as for gracing this event for Principal R.D. Deshmukh sir. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to our Principal Dr. Ashtekar sir and Vice Principal Mr. Vature sir for this continuous support in this event. Thanks to all my IQAC team members for all this activity or actively participated in these activities. Then I express my sincere thanks to all the head of the departments of our college, all the teaching and non-teaching staff for active involvement in this whole process. I thanks from the bottom of my heart to students, parents, alumni and associated with this college for their contribution in enriching our development. Special thanks to students for such vibrant welcome ceremony and cultural program. Thanks to all service providers for providing timely service like to catering, transportation and accommodation. Finally, thank you so much everyone who got involved in these 2 days. I know these words are thanks are not enough, and hope we will keep challenging ourselves towards the journey of excellence. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, before concluding the session, may I request to please stand for national anthem.
Break! Saudhan! एक साथ राष्ट्रगीत शुरू करेंगे। शुरू कर।
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंग तव
Thank you so much. So with the permission of all the dignitaries, here we conclude the session. Thank you so much.
म्हणून सांगू लागले. Ready everybody? Smile. One more smile. तू व्हिडिओ घे. तू घेऊन घ्या तिकडे व्हिडिओ. घेऊ का?
मॅडम इकडे आहे ना.
अवघड आहे.
जेवण मॅडम इकडून या. या इकडे आहे ना जागा.
रेडी एव्हरीबडी स्माइल. येणार सर.
सर ते झाड ओढा तिकडे.
ओके थँक्यू. इकडून या तुम्ही कॉर्नरला या इकडे. नांद्रे सर तुम्ही या ना इकडे.
रांद्रे मागे दिसेल कर बेटा. रांद्रे माझ्यापाशी. अरे हो सर.
थोडा वर व्हा. रेडी एव्हरीबडी स्माइल. वन मोर स्माइल. ओके थँक्यू.
चला मामा चला लवकर इकडे.
एव्हरीबडी स्माइल. वन मोर स्माइल. ओके थँक्यू. एवढंच राहिली छान. रेडी एव्हरीबडी स्माइल. थोडं मागे यावं लागेल. नाव येतंय रेडी एव्हरीबडी स्माइल. ओके